I always thought my stepmother simply didn't like me, but I never realized how deeply she resented my existence until my mother's boyfriend pointed it out. For the first time, I finally understood that the way she treated me was not normal. Before we continue, don't forget to like and subscribe to help me grow the channel. I feel like I've just stepped into a completely new world, one where I'm treated like a person instead of a nuisance. I speak Spanish, so if anyone wants to leave a comment in Spanish, feel free. My father has been married to my stepmother for 6 years, and they have 2 kids together. I'm 17 years old. I'm quiet, I keep all my things clean, and I work part-time, so I pay for a lot of my own stuff. I'm not perfect, but I have never been a problem. Still, she always made me feel like one. It started with the way she acted annoyed whenever I went to my father's house. My mother taught me to always wash my own dishes, but I clearly remember hearing my stepmother tell my father that she would not clean other people's dishes or cook food for me. I think that was the first moment I ever felt like a burden in a place where I used to feel comfortable. My father and I used to take trips together. I was honestly excited to go on vacations with my little brothers, but then they began going on family trips without me. Suddenly, I wasn't part of the family anymore. She didn't want me there. Then came the Christmas photos. It felt strange when they took a picture with me, and then she would say, "Okay, now one with my family," and I had to step aside. In the photos hanging in the house, baptisms, celebrations, I'm not in any of them, even though I was there. When my siblings were born, she hated when I was around them. She resented my presence. I once asked about this in a Facebook group for stepmothers, and many women told me my stepmother's behavior was normal, so I tried not to feel so bad. I thought it stopped hurting over time, until I met my mother's boyfriend, who I'll call Luigi because he looks like him. He's been dating my mother for 2 years, but he's been her friend for much longer. He has a son from a previous relationship. Luigi is genuinely kind and funny, and it felt strange to feel comfortable around him. One day he was planning a vacation, and I was surprised and happy to hear him include me. His son and I get along well, so he even invites me to outings. My mother is pregnant, and that triggered old trauma from my stepmother, so I automatically expected to be left out by Luigi. But he didn't exclude me. My mother and Luigi always include both his son and me in everything. Because of this, I slowly realized that my stepmother's behavior is not normal. But the realization still hurt. Everything came to a head yesterday. My father and his family were going to take the usual Christmas photo. My father told me he would take one with me later, like he does every year, the ones he keeps hidden in his office, so I stayed home. I felt silly for feeling sad again. My mother hugged me while I tried not to cry. Then I finally snapped and told her everything about my stepmother's treatment. And for the first time, I saw Luigi angry. He called my father, and I heard him telling him everything. I even laughed a little when he called my stepmother an insecure psychopath. Luigi apologized afterward, but he also told my mother that what I've been going through is a form of psychological child abuse, something he refuses to be involved in anymore. Those words hit me hard, because they were true. I was bullied by a grown woman just for existing. I was a child when I met her. I was a child when she made me feel unwelcome in my own home. I was a child when she called me a weekend daughter. I don't want to see my father again. I don't want my adulthood to revolve around a woman who hates me. But I also don't want to let her win by disappearing. Edit. Apparently this post was shared in a stepmother subreddit, because I've been getting aggressive private messages from people defending my stepmother. I won't answer and will block those accounts. I don't need anyone trying to turn the person who mistreated me into the victim. Absolutely nothing justifies mistreating a child. Is being a stepmother hard? Try being a little girl who doesn't understand why the adult living in her home hates her. I posted about it on my profile. Relevant comments. Commenter 1. Have you talked to your dad about this? How can he allow this? I'm so sorry you've been mistreated, but it's good that you have Luigi. OOP. In the past, I talked to my dad about how bad I felt when she kept my siblings away from me. When the first one was born, I remember my dad scolding her and telling her to let me hold him, but he never did anything more than that. Uneasy face. He has pictures of me at his workplace and in his home office, but it sucks that he has to keep me hidden like I'm his secret illegitimate child. Commenter 2. Well, I guess we know who your real father is. How is Luigi more of an adult than anyone else in your life? Can we all agree Luigi is amazing? Please make sure he gets a Christmas gift. Op. He wants a scratching post for his cats, so I'm planning to get him a big one for Christmas and at N. To someone who downvoted her for feeling comfortable with Luigi. Op. What is not understood? It feels strange to feel comfortable around my mother's partner because I have never received that kind of treatment from my father's partner before. It feels strange to feel comfortable with a parent's partner for the first time. Strange doesn't always mean bad. Update, December 8th, 2025, 10 days later. Hi. I made this account just to vent, but I received so many kind comments, except for the harassment from the stepmom subreddit I posted about that on my profile, that I wanted to leave one final update for those worried about me. After the day Luigi confronted my father and stepmother, my father didn't call. Hours later, he finally sent me a message. I'm so sorry, Hija. I love you. It felt strange because his message didn't make me cry. I always wanted to be a daddy's girl. I loved him so much and cherished the few moments we could have together without my stepmother's bitter comments. But when I read that message, I felt nothing except same old thing. I didn't reply. My father keeps photos of me in his office at home, but why do I have to be hidden? I'm not the child of an affair. Why is my face limited to a private office and not allowed in the house where I lived? When I was younger, I used to feel special, thinking, Dad sees my picture every time he works. But as I grew up, that special feeling turned into something sad and uncomfortable. The next day, I decided to talk to my father and stepmother. My mother and Luigi offered to come, but I told them I needed to do this alone. I told my father that I would not return to the house as long as he is still married to her. I think my words hit him, because he apologized again and said he loved me, and that now we can all go on vacation together. I wanted to be the bigger person. But they are the adults. I've been the bigger person since she arrived. I'm tired. I told my father I don't want to go anywhere she is. Even if he sets boundaries, I don't want that energy in my life. I've read comments from adults over 35 who still deal with cruel stepmothers just to see their dads or siblings. I don't want that life. I don't want to spend my adulthood pretending everything is fine. I'm terrified of having future children and them calling her grandma. My father told me he can't leave her because she's his wife and the mother of his kids. I told him that's exactly why I won't come back. They deserve each other, a cruel person, and a man who failed to protect his daughter. We ended up yelling, especially when my stepmother said I was always a problem and always needed attention from my father. Their real personalities showed when she said the wife comes before the children, and my father agreed. I couldn't help comparing her to my mother and Luigi, who always put the children first. My mother always asked whether Luigi treated me well when they first started dating. In the end, I told them that as long as they're married, I will never step foot in that house again. I won't be in the same space as her ever again. I told my father that I also need space from him. He said he loves me, but I'm tired of his version of love. I was depressed for a few days, but today we finished decorating the house for Christmas. My mother infected me with her excitement. Luigi went to pick up his son, so tomorrow we will all be together. Maybe my stepmother won, but I think I'm winning too by not having her in my life. Top comment under the update. Commenter. You did not let her win. You won. You stood up for yourself. Your dad is the one who truly lost. You set boundaries, and sadly, your dad chose to protect her instead of you. He will regret missing out on your life, graduations, marriage, possible grandkids. He did this to himself. I'm proud of you and wish you all the love and happiness you deserve.